Hello everyone, this is me Sahitya. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll discuss about Central Councils of Ministers. So let's begin. So first of all, COM, Councils of Minister, is the real executive authority in India. And although President is the constitutional head, actual executive powers are exercised by the Prime Minister and Councils of Ministers. So Councils of Ministers is collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha and forms the core of India's parliamentary system. So this topic is highly important for UPSC prelims, GS paper 2, state, state PCS and judiciary and also interviews. So we'll move to the constitutional position. So councils of ministers comes under article 74 and appointment and tenure and responsibility comes under article 75 and conduct of government businesses comes under article 77 and duties of prime minister comes under article 78. So we'll move to the introduction. So article 74 talks about there shall be a council of ministers with the prime minister at the head of at the head to aid and advise the president. So the council of ministers is the real executive of India, and the president normally acts on the advice of the councils of ministers. So what is the meaning of councils of ministers? So the meaning is COM is the body of ministers headed by the prime ministers appointed by the president to assist in governing the country. Its main functions are formulating government policies, administering various ministries, and advising the president and ensuring implementation of laws. So we'll move to the constitutional status. So the Council of Ministers is constitutional body because it is specifically specifically mentioned in the Constitution. The cabinet is only a part of the councils of ministers. So we'll move to the appointment of ministers. So Article 75 talks about appointment of ministers. The president appoints the prime minister, and other prime minister are appointed by the president on the aid and advice of the prime ministers. So example, after a general election, the president appoints leader of majority party as prime minister when 10 who then recommends the name of ministers. We'll move to the oath of ministers. Every minister takes oath of office and oath of secrecy. We'll move to the oath is administered by the President of India, and we'll move to the composition of councils of ministers. So councils of ministers consist of different categories of ministers. First is cabinet ministers. These are senior most ministers. Functions head important ministries and attend cabinet meetings and take major policy reforms and decisions. Example, Home Minister, Finance Minister, Defense Minister and External Affairs Ministers. Uh, We'll move, we'll move to the second one, Minister of a State, independent charge. So head smaller ministries independently and do not report to cabinet ministers. Attend cabinet meetings only when specially invited. For example, a minister of a state independently handling the Ministry of Skill Development. We'll move to the third one, Ministry of a State. Assist cabinet ministers and work under their supervisions. Example, Minister of a State assisting the External Affair Minister. We'll move to the fourth one, Deputy Ministers. So, Deputy Ministers assisted Cabinet Minister and Minister of States. So, note, no Deputy Ministers have been appointed in recent Union government. We'll move to the Cabinet versus Councils of Ministers. So, Councils of Ministers is larger body and Cabinet is a smaller body. So, we'll move to the in Councils of Minister includes all minister and Cabinet includes only senior ministers and Councils of Minister constitutionally headed and जो cabinet mentioned in articles 352 after 44th amendment but functions as the core decision making group and councils of ministers rarely meets as a whole and cabinet meets regularly and councils of ministers implement implements decision, and president sorry and cabinet formulates major policies. We'll move to the size of the councils of ministers. So 91 constitutional amendment act 2003, total number of ministers including the prime minister cannot exceed 15% of the total strength of Lok Sabha. Example, if Lok Sabha has 543 elected members, the maximum seat of the councils of ministers will be 81 ministers, 15% of 543. So we'll move to the tenure of ministers. So Article 75 subclause 2 talks about tenure. So minister hold office during the pleasure of the president, and in practice they remain in office as long as they enjoy confidence of the prime minister and the Lok Sabha. And we'll move to the collective responsibility. So Article 75 subclause 3 talks about the councils of ministers is collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. So what is the meaning? Meaning is all ministers function as one team, and if Lok Sabha passes a no confidence motion, entire councils must resign. Example, if parliament loses confidence in government, all ministers, including the prime minister, leave office together. So we'll move to the individual responsibility. Article 75 subclause 2 talks about individual responsibility. Every minister is individually responsible to the president. In practice, removal usually takes place on the advice of the prime minister. Example, if minister resign due to controversy, the rest of councils continue in office. And legal responsibility. So unlike some parliamentary systems such as United Kingdom, Indian constitution does not provide for legal responsibility of minister for official acts performed in the name of the president. And we'll move to the functions of councils of ministers. So first is policy formulation. The councils formulate national issues and policies. And for example, policy related to education, health, defense, agriculture are approved by the cabinet. Second one, administration. So minister administer different ministries. For example, health minister supervises public health policies and programs. And we'll move to the third one, legislative functions. So first one is introduce government bills, explains government policies in parliament, and ensures passage of important legislation. We'll move to the example. So a financial bill is introduced by the finance minister after presidential recommendation when required. And we'll now move to the financial functions. So first one is prepares the union budget, manages the public expenditure, frames taxation proposals. We'll move to the example. The finance minister represent annual financial statement, budget, which is also called in parliament. And fifth one is advisory role. The councils advises the president on constitutional matters. Example, appointment of governors and recommendation for proclamation of emergency are made through constitutional process based on ministerial advice. We'll move to the emergency provisions. So the councils advise the president regarding national national emergency, president rule, and financial emergency. We'll move to the role of prime minister. The prime minister is head of the councils of ministers, leader of the cabinet, and coordinator of the all ministries, and principal advisor to the president. Without the prime minister, the councils of ministers cannot function effectively. And we'll move to the cabinet committees. So cabinet committees are the smaller group of ministers constituted to deal with the specific subjects. For example, cabinet committee on security, cabinet committee on economic affairs, and appointment committee of the cabinet. We'll move to the kitchen cabinet. So what is kitchen cabinet? Kitchen cabinet is an informal advisory group consisting of trusted colleagues and advisor of the prime minister. It has no constitutional or legal rights status also. Example, if a prime minister may consult a small group of senior advisor before taking major policy decisions. We'll move to the some constitutional amendments. So first one is 42nd Constitutional Amendment 1976. So made the president bound by advice of the councils of ministers. And we'll move to the next one, 44th Constitutional Amendment 1978. The president may return advice once for reconsideration. After reconsideration, president must act according to the advice. And we'll move to the 91st Constitutional Amendment 2003. So limited the size of councils of ministers to 15% of the Lok Sabha seats and strengthen anti-defection measures by disqualifying certain defectors from ministerial offices. We'll move to some important Supreme Court cases and also judgment. So, Shamsher Singh versus State of Punjab, the Supreme Court held the President exercises executive powers on aid and advice of the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. We'll move to the mnemonic. So, what is the mnemonic? CATFPE. So, C stand for composition, A stand for appointment, and T stand for tenure, and F stand for functions, and P stand for Prime Minister leadership, and E stand for executive responsibility. We'll move to the one-liner revision. So, Article 74 talks about councils of ministers aid and advice to the president, and Article 75 talks about appointment, tenure, and collective responsibility, and cabinet inner decision making body, and councils of ministers are entire body of ministers, and collective responsibility responsible to the Lok Sabha. And 91st Amendment Act uh, talks about maximum seat and size will be 15% of the Lok Sabha seats. So UPSC will move to the some important facts of UPSC prelims. So the councils of minister is the real executive of India, and cabinet is the only a part of the councils of minister. The councils is collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha, and ministers are appointed by president on the advice of prime minister. And then 91st constitutional amendment 2003 talks about the 15% of Lok Sabha seats, and kitchen cabinet is an informal body, has no constitutional